I always wanted my EMR to have a way to send me a notification if my patient has a follow-up appointment with their doctor or if they need a follow-up appointment with me. I made a new way to do that by having customized email notifications sent to myself through Google Sheets. Let's check it out. Notification template is split up into 4 different sections. The first section is actually setting up the trigger. A trigger is something that programs need to use to know when to have that program that you've created run. And so in order to set up that program, all we need to do here is say when we want it to check. So if we wanted to check every day, we would put a 1 here. If we want it every other day, we would put a 2. Every third day would be a 3, and so on. If we want to set it up for 8 a.m. when it sends us an email, we would put it to 8 a.m. If you start work early and you want 6 a.m., you can do that. Or if you want it at the end of the day, you could do that too. All depends on what you need. After you have it set up, you'd click this Add Email Notifications button, and then it will create the trigger for you, and it will be able to check that every single day. You don't want to check that button off in the master template. If you're sending this to other templates or anything else, make sure that you don't do that, because otherwise it disappears and you can't add the triggers to the other ones. Here, I make sure that you certify and kind of confirm the email that you're sending it to. So here we would put in max at unsubscribed.healthcare. And I know that is correct, so I'm just going to copy and paste it there. And you can see now it's all green. So what I'm going to do here, now that I've put in my name, I'm going to actually hide these rows because I don't need to see them anymore, and they just kind of are going to be in the way. Okay, so that gets us to the third section. We have the notification title, we have the enabled notification, we have email subject, email body, equation description, equation variable, and trigger. And so what I've done is I've organized it in this way so it makes it easier to read. So a notification title, right? So if I am going to have it send an email whenever the patient hasn't been here since their last treatment date, I can name it that, or missing patient, or you can do non-compliant, anything that you want. And so what we have here in the email subject, this is going to actually dynamically change based off of that person. So you can just write this once and be done with it. So you can have like this be the master template, and then anytime you copy it over to a new sheet, it has all of these master things in it, so that, you know, if you're pulling information from other tabs, it's all set up and you don't have to worry. All of the information should transit over nicely. So looking at this, it will say patient name. So it'll put in Maxwell, has not been here, not been in since last visit. So it'll put in 10/29/2023 as the subject. And then if we click on email body, you're going to see it says, please make sure to call patient name. So it'll say Maxwell, cell. And here you can actually see that I've made this into an equation itself. And so you can make it be an equation. You can write it out. Here you can see I referenced cells as well. So you can reference a cell in this way using an equation, or we could also use placeholders, and I could easily put in, you know, patient phone, patient's email, and everything else as a placeholder. And then that way I could just write the text. I just wanted to put this in here so that you guys could see what's possible. If you come down here, now you can see that I also have in the equation description that this is the intent of this function. So if the patient has not been in for 14 days, then send an email. So here, this is the variable. So if I want to make sure that it's not just 14 days, if I want to say like it was 10, or maybe I was, you know, I knew they were going on vacation and I said, okay, try your exercises for 3 weeks, I can update this number, and now you can see that it's been changed to false. So again, when it's false, it's not going to send an email. Now, that makes it pretty cool because we can do a couple of different things with this. So you can see that I said here E17. So if we look over here, that's today's date. That will always update to today's date. And then you can see the last treatment date was 10/29. So obviously that is more than or equal to 14, which is the amount of days that we are looking for them to have been gone, right? So if we come here and we put is equal to 14, now we're only getting to get one notification when it's equal to that day. So if we put in 10/30/2023, now it becomes true, right? But if we did 10/20/2022, 23, now you can see it says false because it's more than 14. But we can use the functions and the equations so that, you know, is greater than or equal to 14, now it's going to be true. So it will send you an email every day until you contact that person. You can also check this off so that, say you did try reaching out and try calling them, now you can check that off and you're not going to get that email continuously every day as well. But this is just kind of a good overview for you guys. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have questions or comments and concerns, feel free to leave those in the comments below. But otherwise, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more helpful tips.